The tense encounter was captured by the BBC in its documentary The Warship, Tour of Duty, with the clash set to air on Sunday's episode.
Vessel 20 nautical miles to the south of the Force.
Wow. It's kicking
Under
off.
cover of darkness, a specialist submarine hunting helicopter was scrambled to find the boat lurking under the waves south of the task.
Hey troops, welcome back to the channel. My name's Ryan. I'm a former commando from the United Kingdom, and today we're going to be looking at China panic. Now, UK's aircraft carrier warns Chinese submarine that is hunting them in the South China Sea. So there's a bit of tensions in the South China Sea with regard the United Kingdom and China. Now, we've been looking into this over the past couple of weeks and months, and that tension normally kind of is focused on the US and China. Interested in this one, guys. Hopefully it's going to be a good video to talk on and react to. Original video will be in the description. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share the content far and wide. Troops, we're nearly at 300,000 subscribers. Let's go.
A Chinese attack submarine stalking the Royal Navy's flagship aircraft carrier was beaten to the draw after being detected by HMS Queen Elizabeth. The tense encounter took place as the mighty 3.2 billion pounds warship sailed with her battle group on her maiden mission to the Far East.
Maiden mission to the Far East. So these tensions are going to be new to obviously the ship, but many of the young naval people who's on board HMS Queen Elizabeth will have a lot of veterans on board, i.e. the old school guys and girls who've been in the Navy quite a while. But bet your bottom dollar there's going to be quite a new, quite a lot of sprogs, as we would say, i.e. new guys on the ship. So this is intense for those, all right, who haven't experienced anything of the sort. South China is a problem.
Dramatic footage, revealed for the first time today, shows the Russian-built boat being caught red-handed lurking beneath the waves.
Russian-built, there's the key.
Attempting to shadow the state-of-the-art carrier.
Which is potentially a Chinese kilo submarine. We found that using Richmond sonar, HMS Richmond, one of our escorts. So we're looking at sending a helicopter up.
But the Kilo-class submarine was promptly sent packing by Queen Elizabeth's battle group, with one sailor declaring, "We beat them to the draw, 1 point for Queen Elizabeth."
Yeah. The United Kingdom military, especially the Royal Navy, is not one to be messed with, guys. Although it is nowhere near what it used to be, it's still a formidable fighting force, okay? And one thing I'd like to note, there will be Royal Marines on there as well, who will be able to react appropriately if that ship was ever in any form of danger, okay, and they would act appropriately. We see this in the Indian Ocean, all right. The Royal Marines are on board, different variations of Royal Marines, you know, on the landing craft and stuff, and yeah, be quite we pack a powerful punch with the Royal Navy, and together with that battle group, I'd imagine they'd be doing quite well.
The Chinese submarine was first pinged by the frigate HMS Richmond, which was bodyguarding Queen Elizabeth as the 65,000-ton behemoth sailed through the South China Sea. The tense encounter was captured by the BBC in its documentary The Warship, Tour of Duty, with the clash set to air on Sunday's episode.
Vessel 20 nautical miles to the south of the Force.
Under cover of darkness, a specialist submarine hunting helicopter was
Wow.
scrambled to find the boat lurking under the waves south of the task group. The team flying in a Merlin helicopter dropped a series of high-tech sonobuoys, highly sensitive sonar devices used to hunt out enemy submarines. If there's a sub down there, they will find it. They've identified one vessel down 20 nautical miles to the south of the Force.
Wow, that is amazing.
Spotted by the British team, the Chinese submarine retreats away from the task group.
Yeah,
If this
you
had been in
better.
a different scenario, a conflict situation, it would have proven that the team have detected something in ample time and protected the main body of the carrier. Then the fleet could have started a weapon chain against the submarine that was detected to neutralize the threat. Admiral Lord Alan West, the former head of the Royal Navy, said the encounter was incredibly impressive and demonstrated Britain's fearsome reputation as one of the best submarine hunting navies in the world.
Yeah, I would agree to a degree on that. I'm glad he didn't say the best navy in the world. He said the best submarine hunting navies, which is slightly different, all right? I.e. the capabilities to be able to hunt down and deal with the submarines where appropriate. Now, we are talking about limited technology here, okay? If we were dealing with a more sophisticated military, and not just military, the hardware of that military. So we know that this submarine class was Russian-made, so yeah, is it really going to be the best kit and equipment out there? Not necessarily. So it has its drawbacks, okay? If we're up against someone more technologically advanced, then that was going to be a lot harder to find, okay? That's one thing I think we need to take note of.
A carrier battle group, if it got its full supporting assets, is incredibly powerful. It's very difficult to get amongst it and cause damage. But the battle group is capable of causing damage and mayhem to enemies within 200 miles.
That is crazy.
The Royal Navy are good at keeping areas sanitized. Probably the best anti-submarine warfare navy in the world. The waters in the South China Sea are hard to find a submarine in. It's very impressive the carrier group managed to. The encounter came after months of saber rattling from Beijing over the carrier group's mission to the contested waters of the South China Sea. The vast expanse of the sea has been claimed by China's communist regime in a move that has alarmed neighbors in the region, including Japan and the Philippines.
Big problems
British
in the
political and
Philippines.
military heavyweights insisted the UK flotilla's mission to the region was about upholding freedom of navigation.
This is like nine ships in that battle group there. Pretty small in comparison to our American brothers, I must say. They have like tenfold that size, all right, the battle groups. But for us Brits, we're proud of that.
But Chinese Defense Attaché Major General Su Guanghui issued a chilling warning ahead of the deployment, saying, if the US and UK joined hands in a challenge or violated the sovereignty and territorial integrity of China, that would be hostile action. During the carrier's mission, it was reported that a number of Chinese submarines have been spotted, including two 7,000-ton Shang-class boats armed with cruise missiles.
Okay, these cruise missiles. So there's one thing I will say with this in terms of United Kingdom, US. That's a problem for anyone, okay? Now, you've got the battering ram that is the United States. The amount of hardware that they have is phenomenal, truly phenomenal. Good working order, technologically advanced hardware, I may say. And then you've got the razor-sharp, pointy edge of the United Kingdom's military. Yes, we might not have the very, very best and more sophisticated stuff, but we still have pretty good stuff. We might not have a lot of it, but we have enough to be able to pack a punch. But more importantly, what we do have is the battle-hardened tactical awareness through years and years and years and centuries of, unfortunately, fighting wars. So we're pretty good at it. That's one thing I will say. Together, that's a problem for anyone. I'd like to hear your thoughts on that.
The vessels were located by specialists in the operations rooms of HMS Kent and HMS Richmond, who worked together in a sweep pattern to track the nuclear-powered attack submarines. Speaking of the encounter with the Chinese, a Ministry of Defense spokesperson said, the carrier strike group lawfully navigated the South China Sea in 2021, taking the most direct route through international waters and conducting exercises with allies and partners in the Philippine Sea. Subscribe to this channel, hit the like.
Good channel. I like that. What do you think about it, guys? There's a lot of tensions in the South China Sea at the moment. Again, one of the videos we did react to was the tensions caused in and around near the Philippines in terms of the United States patrolling those waters for safety reasons and everything else. But China pushing their luck with effectively claiming land that's not theirs and creating land that didn't exist and then does exist, you know, and claiming it to be Chinese sovereign territory. But that sovereign territory is encroaching on other people's territories. So they're pushing their luck, and I do see this escalating slowly and steadily. And China's capitalizing really on what's going on in Ukraine and Russia indirectly. What's your thoughts on it, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.